Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is part 2 of resetting myself and we are trying to establish a solid morning routine. Today ended up being the best and worst day to do this just because it is the first official day of my period, so I am very bloated, I'm pretty uncomfortable, and I'm in just a little bit of pain. So the reason why it was kind of the best time to do it was because I'm trying to establish a morning routine for myself that can be done regardless of my circumstances, my environment, how I'm feeling, whatever that might be. I want something that is kind of like a non-negotiable in my day and be able to have my morning routine to myself, be able to take my time doing it while still being efficient with it. So a lot of that is prepping the night before, which I did that last night. I was able to set up my workout clothes. I put my pre-workout out. I put my water in the fridge just because I wanted to eliminate spending extra time looking for stuff, setting things out. Just, I feel like all of those little things, I'm already getting a late start to my day because I do work night shift. So spending time on looking for things, setting things up, it just wastes time for me. And so I want to be able to be done at a reasonable pace while still enjoying my mornings and taking my time to where it's not stressful. So that really did help me last night. I already took my pre-workout, and for now that it kind of kicked in a little bit, I was doing my morning start times for work. I'm leaving my hair down just because my movement choice of the day is going to be walking, especially because I'm not really that comfortable today. I didn't want to do anything that would be too much stress on my body. So I'm only going to walk today, which means that I'm really not going to sweat all that much, so I'm not worried about my hair. My sisters are coming over later and we are going to play pickleball. So I just wanted my hair to be down so that I could be able to style it later. I just want to make sure that I have some movement every single morning, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. I don't have anything planned for today until way later, so I'm gonna take my time today. And I know not every day is going to be like this, but the days that I do get the chance to do it, then I'm gonna take it slow. I have no errands or anything on my list today, so that's why I'm also moving a little bit in slow motion. on. But yeah, I brushed my teeth, washed my face, I put my workout clothes on, made my bed. I already took my pre-workout. I did my start times for the drivers. I'm gonna go for a walk on my treadmill. After that, I'm going to read my Bible and pray. I know a lot of people, their devotion is like the first thing they do as soon as they wake up. But for me personally, I find it pretty hard to focus, and I find myself rereading the same message like 3 times because I just couldn't grasp it because I was too tired to focus. So what I like to do is once I'm fully awake, I've gotten some movement in, or I've been outside, or I've had a cup of coffee or whatever, like once I'm actually awake is when I like to sit down and be like, okay, I know I can dedicate this time now, and it's going to be a focused time with God, and it's not going to be like, well, I'm here because I have to. I really enjoy sitting down and reading my Bible and praying once I'm awake, because then I feel like I'm getting the fullness out of it versus just doing it out of repetition, if that makes sense. I'm really trying my best to reset for this new year. You guys know I fell into, I don't know if it was seasonal or the New Year's slump. It's never happened to me before, but the entire month of January was just so unmotivating for me. I feel like I wasn't doing anything. I was extremely tired. I was very groggy, unmotivated, and I wasn't, you know, depressed or anything like that. I just felt like I wanted a break. I didn't want to do anything. I only did what I had to do when I had to do it, and that was kind of it. So I feel like I've taken my time to just be a bum and not do anything, and now it's time to officially reset myself and just establish some solid routines for myself where I know that I can be efficient enough without overwhelming myself at the same time. For now, we're focusing on the morning. It's the best part of my day. Even if I do wake up at a later time, I very much enjoy them. So that's what we're doing. Stick around. I hope you enjoy, and we'll just go on with the rest of the morning. I have my AirPods, my work phone, and my personal phone. Okay, so I'm gonna be working out in my garage. I did recently get a Norco treadmill, and I have been completely in love with it. My mom has the same one, and I kind of just wanted to show you guys a little bit about it. I haven't even taken off like the little stickies off the screen and stuff like that, just because I want to try to preserve it as long as possible. But let me just give you guys a really quick rundown of the treadmill. I'll probably do like a running week in my life or something with this treadmill, but for now, let me just show you really quickly the things that I like. Okay, so this is it. It's got a ton of workouts. You got the incline on the left, and then you have the speeds on the right. And then I did recently just purchase the iFit heart monitor, and this one goes like 2 or 3 inches below your elbow. I realized that I did need this just because some of the workouts, like I've been doing the training for the 10K, and a lot of them, the majority of them honestly, if you're following a trainer along with a workout, then they do go through various inclines and speeds. You can kind of get a little bit of an overview of what it's like. So it'll show you the speeds that it ranges and the inclines as well. So if these are getting too difficult for you in the middle of the workout, instead of constantly like manually adjusting things while you're in the middle of a run, it checks your heart rate, and then it'll automatically adjust it for you if it's something that's a little bit too straining. And so I was constantly having to adjust it myself because I noticed some of them were just a little bit intense, and so I would kind of lower it, or if it was too easy, then I would higher it. But if it's tracking my heart rate, then it automatically adjusts it for me, and it adjusts the speed and it adjusts the incline. My mom has it and she's completely in love with it, so I decided I would give it a shot too. I'm not doing this one today. I really don't have it in me to do 3 miles, but this is next on my list. I've actually been doing pretty good on it. Today I'm gonna look for one, and it's just gonna be walking. There's a Smart Start challenge of walking. There's also, I've been doing this one. It's just a weight loss walking series. It's a 30-minute walk, and it's 1.17 as far as the distance. So I might just do this honestly, and if I can keep going, then I'll just keep going. But this seems pretty easy enough. Like I said, I'm not really feeling my best today, so I'm just gonna try this and, you know, try to get through it, and if I feel good enough, then I'll keep going. But this is gonna be my workout for the morning, just to get some movement in, and then we'll just jump on to the next thing. I'm just doing a little quick stretch right now before I start walking. But while I am on the treadmill, you can choose to either listen, like my AirPods connect to the actual machine, so if it's a trainer-led workout, then I could just listen to what they say. But honestly, a lot of the times they're just talking about like the birds and the history of where they're at, which is cool, and sometimes I feel like that does keep me pretty engaged. But sometimes when it's like a super easy one where I don't really need to know much about form or, you know, learn about the beach or whatever, I just put my AirPods on and I like to listen to a podcast. And normally I don't really listen to like too many like fun podcasts. I enjoy the ones that I listen to, but I usually stick to a few categories. So I'll either listen to one of my messages from church, I'll listen to a marriage podcast, a finance podcast, or a health podcast. And those are usually the categories that I kind of bounce between. And I don't know, I feel like it just sets me off to a really good start and kind of a really good mood for the day, is just knowing that I'm feeding my mind with positive things versus scrolling through TikTok or social media. It's never good to have social media be the first thing that goes into your mind as soon as you wake up. So I'm trying to really focus on either listening to worship music or listening to a podcast. So I've been listening to a lot of worship music lately. I think today I'm gonna switch over to a podcast. And when I've been going for a walk outside lately, I like to have nothing in my ears, no AirPods, no music. Sometimes I just like being outside and walking and just having it be silent, just because to me, I feel like when I'm actually outdoors and listening to the outdoors, it feels so therapeutic to me, and versus like something that I have to check off my list. So I'm on the treadmill. I need the motivation since I'm not actually outside. I have my garage door open, but I need to listen to something, and you know, next time if I go outside, it'll probably just be silent. But for now, I'm gonna put on a podcast. I'm gonna kind of see what I can find, and then I'm gonna get this walk done. I just finished my walk and it was about 30 minutes and it was close to a mile and a half. It was like 1.4. I will say I very much underestimated this workout, and I underestimated kind of myself actually, because I realized that there were so many times where I was like, oh my gosh, no, this is too hard. Like I need to bring down the pace or the incline or whatever. And then I would get the notification, your heart rate's too low. We need to like bump it up a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, clearly my body can do more than what my mind thinks possible or capable. So I realized I have very much been underestimating myself, and it was a hard walk. I didn't think that I was gonna sweat, and I did end up sweating a lot. So I'm for sure gonna take a body shower right now. But that was kind of like a little bit eye-opening to me, is every time I felt like this is too hard, I want to give up, or I want to take it easy, my body was actually capable of so much more, and the machine just automatically made it more difficult for me. And so I was like, okay, I've clearly been making excuses for myself. I can do this. Even when I don't think I can, my body really can push further than what I thought it would. So I'm very happy about the fact that I was able to do more than I expected myself to do this morning. I'm gonna go inside, make some breakfast, and then I'll have my devotion time, take a body shower, and get ready for the day. I've been doing this challenge for myself where I'm not buying groceries until I need them, and I think we're kind of hitting that point. I have some cottage cheese, I have some fruit. This whole section is pretty empty. This section, I've got 2 halves of an onion and a few tomatoes. I restock on eggs every week, so that's something that I've just been continuing to buy. I have a lot of carbs back here that I haven't really touched lately. 2 salads. I'm gonna make this ground chicken today. I made some ranch dressing yesterday, so I don't really have too much. I do kind of have a lot of dairy in here, so this whole section is fine. I'm running low on ham. I've got 1 sausage link left, and I'm actually going through these, but they will be, it says best by February 2nd, so that date is coming up. I'm gonna see if my sisters want to take some with them, or I'll probably just make a salad today with one of these salad kits and then just throw in some of this chicken. Also, my fun drink section is kind of running low. I need to get water bottles. I don't know. I just feel like it's looking a little sparse at this point. This is actually Ella's. I babysat her yesterday, so I have to give Chastity those dishes. Yeah, I just have random stuff in here at this point, and it's looking a little bit bare. I don't have any actual food, but I can always come up with something. guys, that is it for today's video. I'm officially ready and I'm just gonna wait for my sisters to get here. We're probably going to get some pattaya bowls and we're for sure gonna play pickleball, just spend some time outside because the weather is absolutely beautiful today and it's supposed to start raining, I want to say on Thursday, and it's gonna rain all the way until Sunday, so we want to take advantage of the good weather while we can. But thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. I feel like, yes, today was very much in slow motion and it took me so much longer to get through my morning routine than I normally would have, but like I said, I didn't really have anything planned today, so I wanted to take my time with it because there's not many days that I get to really enjoy a slow-paced morning. So when I can, I definitely fully take advantage of it. So not every morning looks like this. It's literally already the afternoon, but that's usually how it ends up with me just because I do work night shift and not every day is the same, but I try to keep it as similar as I can as far as having certain non-negotiables that I do. These are in no specific order, but it kind of just always works out this way, just in the order of me waking up. I do always try to make my bed and have that be something that at least my bed is made. It automatically makes the room look cleaner, even if you do have things scattered all over the place. At least the bed is done. The other one, of course, I have to make sure to always read and pray every single day. That just sets me up the best possible way. I feel like spending time with God before I spend it with anyone else puts me in the right headspace, puts me in the right emotional space, the right spiritual space, and without that, honestly, the day just doesn't go the same. Some people meditate, some people journal. I just have to have my devotion time every day. And the last thing is I try to make sure to always have some kind of activity in the morning, whether it's either walking or running. Those are the two things that are just the easiest for me because I don't have to schedule a class. I don't need all this equipment. I just need to be able to get my body moving. It's therapeutic, it wakes me up, it's healthy for me, and I just really enjoy it. So I always try to make sure to prioritize that in some part of my day, but the best way for me to be able to get that into my schedule is in the morning before I'm needed anywhere else. So those three things are just the best things that set me up for a solid morning, and my morning routine can change every day. I can add things, I can take away, just see what works for me. But in this whole phase of resetting myself, I feel like I just really wanted to reestablish this morning routine, especially ever since I transitioned to night shift. I feel like my schedule just kind of changed and I was just doing things as I could or as they came, and it just felt really scattered to me, and that could feel really overwhelming. But for me personally, if I have a good morning routine, that just already sets me up for a successful day. And so I really wanted to try to work on that and just try to make it in a way where it was as simple as possible while still doing things that I enjoyed for myself. It might be a lot more simpler than others, but to me, this is the best thing that I have right now, and I really do like it, and it might change over time. Things usually do. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I don't know what the next episode is going to be as far as this whole little reset series, but we're going to see as time goes. So if you guys have any ideas or if you guys enjoy this type of content, just go ahead and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It'll really support my channel, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye.